Hi everyone. Today, recording on my phone today, so it might have a different look to it. Don't know if it's better or worse, but let's hope it's for the better. Let's see. Today we're going to do quite a light workout, going through it quite a leisurely pace. So this is a light aerobic workout. That means that you won't. It's very unlikely that you'll feel a sort of burning sensation in the muscles, or that you will be heavily out of breath at any point. We might work up a little bit of a sweat, but we'll certainly invigorate ourselves and make ourselves feel more prepared for the day and more optimistic about the day ahead, surely, and get the blood flowing, get the circulation going. So, all good. Today is a kind of, let's call it a kick fit workout, because we're going to borrow some moves from combat sports, from martial arts. So we might stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. So I do recommend that maybe just to prevent any kind of injury, just to be safe, maybe worth just giving the legs a little bit of stretch in the lower back, in the back maybe as well, before taking part in today's workout. We are just going to get started. Let's get going. There's nothing too intense today. We're going to go through it at a leisurely pace, so don't worry about it. We're going to just get the heart rate up with a little bit of walking on the spot, and we will keep that going throughout, and we will intersperse it with movements borrowed from combat sports. Okay, so boxing with some kicking. Now, if that sounds a little bit terrifying, do not worry. It will not be aggressive or violent. We're going to approach it more like Tai Chi and go through very, very slowly the movements, and be mindful of what we're doing. The intensity, this is a bit like an interval training session in the sense that we'll walk and then we'll do something else and then we'll walk and so on, but the intensity is going to stay the same. So this is not really an interval training session. We're going to keep the same intensity throughout for about 10 minutes. Okay. With that in mind, as you continue walking, I'm going to demonstrate the first movement. Okay, so you keep going and I will show you the first thing that we are going to do. So you keep walking and I'll show you that the first thing we are going to do is, with the feet about shoulder width apart, small step forward, hands up like this. We're going to throw the front hand, and then we're going to rotate, come up onto the ball of the back foot, throw the backhand, and that's it. So stop walking just now and find that position. So feet about shoulder width apart, small step forward with the left foot first of all, and find that position, and we'll just go 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, good, 1, 2, and then we're going to add in a little kick forward, okay? So lifting the knee and then extending back, okay? Keeping control, keeping balanced at all times. 1, 2, 3, down, controlled. Don't worry about the height, okay? 1, 2, even down here, back, okay? Right, so let's do that. We'll do that for a minute and a half, then we'll come back to marching, and we'll just use the timer just to keep us right. Hopefully. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, kick. Right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Controlled. 1, 2, 3. Now as you do it, keep your chin tucked in. Bring the shoulders into each punch. 1, 2, 3. Down. Controlled. 1, 2, 3. Lost my balance there. 1. Nice full extension of the arms. 2. Rotation in the hips and the lower back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. See if you can stretch a little bit further with everything each time. So a longer first punch, longer second punch, and then maybe a little bit higher with a kick. Okay, but keeping the control. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Keeping the hands up at all times. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, brilliant. Back to walking on the spot. So as you continue walking, I'll maybe just talk you through the next technique that we are going to use. So keep doing what you're doing, just walking on the spot. The next thing we're going to do is in the same position. So again, feet shoulder width apart, small step forward, hands up. We're again going to do 1. So front hand, rear hand with the twisting and rotation. But then instead of the kick, we're going to come back to this position and we are going to do a little squat. Okay, doesn't have to be a full squat, but all these squat rules apply. Okay, sticking the bum out the back, keeping the head and the chin up, not folding forward. Okay, bringing the weight back, maybe just a little bit. So we're going to imagine this is a duck. We're having a duck punch. So we go 1, 2, duck, keeping the hands up, and then back up. Okay, 1, 2, duck, back in a position. We're going to start that in a few seconds, so try one now, just yourself, just really slowly. 1, 2, down, back up in a position. Yeah? Alright, let's go for a minute and a half. Again, controlled, slowly, stretching. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Land that punch right in front of you. 2, 3, 1, 2. So you're punching right about your head height. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Plenty of movement in the hips. 3, 1, 2. Now any punching power comes from the legs. So that punch is coming from the back leg, and so is that one too. It's all coming from here. Down. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. 1, 2. Walking on the spot. Just keeping the heart rate up, walking on the spot, and as you do that, I'll show you the next technique. Cool, keep going. Next technique, let me show you. You keep walking. Next technique is going to be jab cross, so that's our 1, 2, or left, right, like this. 1, 2. Slow and controlled, thinking about that force coming from the ground up through the body. So it's all coming from here. From the ground, the foot, the knee and the ankle extension, into the hip rotation, then to the movement of the shoulder, and then eventually elbow and hand. So there's this chain of movement. So we're going 1, 2, and now for this one we're going to bring in an uppercut. So we're in this position, we're already twisted, in a perfect position to throw this hand again, because we've got this rotation here to come back. We're going to throw the uppercut, which means we have to just bend slightly at the knees, just to come down slightly, a little bit like a lunge, and then up perfectly. Okay, so 1, 2, bend, up, Try it. 1, 2, bend up. Okay, let's go for a minute and a half. 1, controlled 2, bend up. 1, 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 2, bend up. Almost there. 1, 2, bend up. 1, 2, bend up. 1, 2. Okay, good. Right, let's walk on the spot. So those are the 3 movements. Now if you're feeling like you're just getting going, what you could do is switch legs, pop this back to the start, and do it all again. But if this is your 10 minutes done and dusted for the day, you don't have too much time and got other things to get on with, great. This is enough just to stretch out the back, stretch out the muscles of the biceps, the arms generally, get a bit of movement into the thighs, twisting, rotation in the hips, the knees, the ankles. So all very good for your mobility. You know, we don't always need to be throwing ourselves around to get some benefits from a workout. So even if you have got a few injuries or whatever you're nursing, or you're not sure about one thing or the other, maybe you're a little bit older, then please engage with something, you know, just do it slowly, do it in your own time. And that, speaking of time, that will do us for now. But like I say, if you do have more, go back, do this again, switch legs, and do everything on the other side. Okay? Alright, I think that's us. Cool. Oh, if you are into your higher intensity work, I'll use these movements in a high intensity interval training workout tomorrow. So we'll use them and show that we can take the same movements, do them a completely different way, get a totally different effect from it.